Where are you, Descent? Hey, there it is. We're live. Guru, where
I
you at, my man?
I'm just putting up the banner to let everybody know that we're going live inside of a
More
minute.
technical difficulties.
It's not a technical difficulty. It's a new feature to let everybody know we're going live in a few minutes so that they can, get ready for the show the way we get ready for the
We're
show.
already going live, my man.
No, we're live, but like let them just see what they're supposed to see. They're gonna see you. They're gonna actually here. Let me do this. Let me do this.
Need
Let
you
me
to
do
turn
this.
up that volume a smidge, my man. Still kind of
Okay.
quiet.
I just want to be able to do this. Give them the there you go. I'm gonna turn it up a smidge. Is that better? Is that smidge better? Okay, and one. Okay, and here we go. And here we go. Hold on a second, sir. There we go. We get you in there. How you doing, sir? Good
I'm
to
doing
see you.
fine. I'm doing
Good to
fine.
see. Good to see you. Hold on. Let me see how to get it. Okay, we're we're experiencing it. Hold on a
Yeah,
second.
we are experiencing it. Trust me, I've been experiencing this for 4 years, so it's not my first rodeo.
There you go. Here we go. There you are, and here I
Yeah,
am,
yeah, there I am.
and there you are.
And
But
there you
okay,
are.
hold on. It's only going. It's
Unbelievable. Like it's like you're doing it on purpose. It's like I
hold
haven't had
on.
a hard enough day.
Hold
It's like
on.
things haven't been difficult. I mean,
I just had it right. Don't lie. I just had it. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
hey, you had it. No, you. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? We're done. This is.
Wait,
I
I'm
don't do
coming.
this
I'm coming.
anymore.
Hold on. It's
First, they
you.
canceled the Nicolas Cage super Oscar winner marathon, and now this. Like,
I just no. It's the same thing. I have
oh
no
my
idea.
god, this is painful. The worst part is it's live. Like, this is all happening for 6 people on Facebook. 6 people on Facebook are dying right now. One of them is probably named Alistair.
Okay, I'm gonna
Sorry, my
wait a minute.
man.
Wait a minute. Okay, that's on there. Okay, we're good there. The feed's coming through. Hold
Oh
on,
my
B.
god.
This is why we do this. This is why we do this. Hold on.
We're not gonna have anyone tune into the draft show. Like, it's like just like this. Brothers Talk Ball was over before it started. Like, it had a good run. There was a couple of years where people thought, "Hey, these guys might have something." It's a decent show. And then now we're just changing channels. We're going black and we're going white. We're going black and we're going. That's
Okay,
what we.
okay. Seriously, I'm gonna take you out for a second and bring you back on. I have no idea why this is doing this, B.
Yeah, exactly. You said it. You have no idea. Like a true cowboy, like just
We're gonna
lost,
make this happen.
lost
Hold
in
on.
life.
We're gonna make this happen. Okay.
Miss, I'm gonna need another drink. This is craziness. Like this is banana sandwiches. Like what is happening with this guy? This is why you don't trust black people to do anything.
Why you gotta bring up blacks? Why you gotta bring up blacks?
Let's go back to a pint. Yeah, that was good.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, you
Okay,
want
I
to do
think we
this?
need to just cancel this.
We're not canceling anything. It'll take
Let's
two
put it into
seconds.
the file of how not to do a podcast, and maybe we can move on. Like
There's something that I touched that I didn't mean to touch. Right? It
yeah,
happens. That
my
happens in life.
soul. You touched my soul, and now I feel like less of a man. Like that. I'm here to talk about Debo. Oh God, he's switching back and forth. Like this is. I
I'm
thought we
gonna make
set
this.
the bar so low. The worst show ever was last week, and somehow you managed to like.
I'm gonna make this happen. I swear I'm gonna
I know
make
you
this happen. Okay. So there,
dude. People are messaging me now.
right? Okay, right?
What happened?
Now you're there. Now bang. Bang.
Yeah, no bang. You know?
It's like magic. It's like magic. Hold on. Okay, I really for real, for real? This has never happened before. This has never happened before. This is new. We're learning on the fly as we go. We're
Learning
gonna get
on the
this.
fly after 4 years. Come on, man. What's happening?
Maximize, maximize, right? Little side by side action.
Like here I am, live remote from Brown Social House. Like I got out of the house. I got away from the fam just so that I could give you 100% of my attention. Oh, wow.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Never have 2 people been more enthusiastic about a split screen in the history of technology. Like It's like 1996 around here. Like, just well done. Well done. You know, you're kind of genius. I'll give you that because I've lost all momentum. Like, I had all this stuff ready. I was all fired up to talk about the Niners.
Reason I don't know why. Why would you be fired up to talk about the Niners? Because there's let's get it. Let's not get it twisted. Okay. Okay. Listen, Mr. Bartlett, relax. We're back.
I hope the comment section is blowing up.
Is it on?
With comments about how mediocre you are at running this. Like, this is, oh, you zoomed in. Well done. Give the man a fucking gold star. Like, just.
Okay, I guess you don't want to see comments, so we'll take the comments off here. There. Now it's you.
Yeah, let's add comments. Let's add the comment box further.
You want to add the comment box?
Yeah, let's leave it. Yeah, let's have that on there.
All right.
As if your ticker's not distracting enough. The worst font ever. What's that, like New Times Roman? Like,
okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while for us to get on the show today, but we're on. Here's the thing:
6 minutes and 15 seconds. This guy's flipping back and forth.
As you could tell right away watching the show, one of us
with the clicker.
One of us right now is a little bent out of shape. Now, for those of you that have said you saw the show earlier this week, you are correct. You did see the show earlier this week, but something happened in between there. And what happened in between there was I sent, if you were looking online, I sent a little comment. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have. I don't know. What's up, Mr. Chandler? That there were changes going on in San Francisco. I showed a picture of Deebo Samuel.
Hey, you know what? You're done. You're done. We don't need you and your negativity flooding the airwaves any longer because we're tired. We're tired, right, Alistair?
What's up, Philly? How you doing, Philly?
Hey.
How you doing, Philly? And why exactly? Why does everything have to be racial with him? Exactly. Question for you, by the way.
Look what I'm dealing with. Like, you're the reason why stereotypes exist. Terrible.
Okay, we are here for you. This is sort of an intervention to speak of. Intervention.
Okay, first of all, this is not an intervention. Let's just get it straight. Will Deebo, like, all the talk about Deebo getting traded? Yeah, you know what? This came out of left field. This is not something that we expected. But as we discussed off the air, this is not time to hit the panic button. This is no reason for people like the caramel-coated fake news guru, Ricky not so big brown, another Aaron Rodgers sympathizer. I know Blade's out there saying negative things.
Oh, Blade's out there for sure saying negative
100%.
Alistair cursed me out today. He threatened me like Will Smith.
Because Alistair's a real man. That's a role model that you should step up. You should try to. If you had 10% of what Alistair has, you'd be a man. Because that's Niners Nation.
If I had 10% of what Alistair had, I'd still have 11%.
And you know what I'd have? Still no EMTs.
Wow.
Alistair would have paid. Alistair would have paid yesterday. Okay, you know what? Let's get back on point. I don't need all these people telling me and informing me about what Deebo might or might not do.
Right.
I can read, unlike Daryl. So here's the thing. Before we start hitting the panic, let's talk facts. San Francisco has Deebo under contract for one more season. This is not like he's a free agent or anything. There's still the option, and the fact that you're still zooming in and out trying to figure out your platform is very disgusting.
I'm just nothing to figure out. We're good.
No, I can't even do this. I'm speaking from the heart.
We're all hearing you. Listen, Sanchez, we're all here for you. That's why we're here. We're here for you. Don't give up on us. Go ahead.
If I can get back on point. If Deebo was in fact, I mean, you know what? First of all, if he's going to get traded, he's going to command a king's ransom. Lynch is not going to let him go for free. But cooler heads will prevail. Everyone in Niners Nation knows this. It's just everyone else in the league. These Muppets seem to think that they know what's happening. And I'm talking about you, Daryl. I'm talking about you. With your text messages at 3 a.m. No one needs that. No one needs updates that I can get from Schefter and fucking Rappaport from you at 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I'm going to say something, okay?
Yeah, please.
Last year, we started an anti-bullying campaign, okay? Because of all the bullies online, the cyberbullying that's going on. Obviously, this year we have to start a new program, and that new program is called the Brothers Talk Buddy System, okay? Because mental illness is really big out there, and people are afraid, especially males, to talk about having
Mental illness. Okay, first of all, mental illness only occurs in the state of Texas. Okay, everywhere else,
Florida's
people
up
are
there
fine.
too.
People,
Florida's up there
people are
too.
going to work. People are paying their bills. People are making it happen, especially the people in the Bay. So, I'll tell you right now. First of all, if Debo goes, we're going to be getting a big return. Now, what I was hearing today.
Hold on, no,
Hold on, because it-
you kind of flew past that.
Hey, listen, Linda, just listen. The potential return for a guy like Debo would be at least a first round pick and probably at least one other pick and a player. Is that a fair assessment in your eyes, Mr. Guru?
Yeah.
So what
I mean,
was
I
talked
don't know.
about-
Yeah.
What was talked about was Kansas City offering one of their first round picks or Green Bay offering one of their first round picks.
Dallas is also in the mix, but go ahead.
What's that say again? You're kind of quiet.
Dallas is also in the mix.
No,
So-
Dallas is not in the mix because Debo would never
Stephen
play
Jones
there.
mentioned it today.
Debo would never play there.
His best friends there, and Stephen Jones mentioned it today. Dallas is in the mix. Sorry,
the
go
one
ahead.
that you sent me the picture
Maybe
with
didn't hear.
Anyways,
Maybe
we'd be in a position to shave a ton of money off the books and add a player plus picks, which, you know what, San Francisco doesn't have a first round pick this year. It's not the worst move. But again, like I said before, cooler heads will prevail. I think the crux of this is one thing that's not being reported. Debo has said, first it was obviously private, then it was public. He does not want to be used the same way that he was last year because he sees what's going to happen. He's going to get hurt. There's no realistic way that guy can continue to play this wide back position, as I've so eloquently termed. Daryl loves it. He catches passes, but he actually acts like a running back too. He doesn't want to be deployed like that. San Francisco has basically said he will be used in much of the same fashion in 2022. And I think that, and again, this is all reported from people that are in the know. Beat reported for San Francisco, not the national sports media. So, I mean, we need to talk about the fact that Debo does not want to be used that way. He wants to add years to his career as opposed to having them taken away. And so there's a fundamental difference between player and team right now in terms of like what his role is moving forward. Personally, I think they can figure out a way to keep him happy and keep him in San Francisco. Because like I said, he's under contract. Like there's no
That
way.
was my question. That
he's
was
not
my
leaving.
question.
He's not going to be able to leave. If he sits out, people are like, oh, what if he just sits out? Because he's a second round pick, because he doesn't have the 5th year option, he basically loses out on his ability to be an unrestricted free agent after this season. He becomes an RFA, and San Francisco retains his rights. San Francisco has all the leverage right now. You know what I mean? It's not like they have this 100% pressure to make things happen. Like, he can request a trade all day long. Other teams can offer whatever the hell they want. It doesn't mean that Lynch and Shanahan and San Francisco needs to make it happen.
Okay, that was the question that I wanted to ask you. Is there a chance that they can salvage this still? Is this savable? Is there a way that they can make it happen where he stays?
Yes, they can.
How?
Mainly because, first of all, it's April and the draft hasn't even happened yet. Like, there's so many moving parts. There's so many things that could happen at the draft. There's so many other free agents that are still available. And the fact that, you know, we're talking about a season that starts in September. And for all the reasons that I just mentioned, the fact that San Francisco has leverage in this situation, I think that if an offer comes across San Francisco's table that they can't ignore, namely a package of players and picks that include at least one first rounder, this is kind of like the DeForest Buckner thing. It's a player they don't want to trade, but based on the compensation coming back and the potential savings against the cap, at the very least, they need to entertain it. Now, one can make the argument that Debo's role in San Francisco is far more important than Buckner's was because there were other players on that defense like Nick Bosa like Fred Warner, that could pick up the slack and keep that defense elite, which basically they have. You're not going to replace Debo. Like Debo has proven that when he does what he does, he's not going it. Like you can add this guy and that guy in a draft pick. You're not going to replace Debo Samuel. So I think that's why San Francisco has a vested interest in repairing the relationship.
But
I think they're going to try. Shanahan and him are super close. Like this isn't like up until this moment, be honest, when have you ever heard anything negative in terms of the relationship between Debo and San Francisco?
But that's what I wanted to get to. That's what I wanted to get to, because it's obviously clear, it's genuinely clear that in some ways it feels like you've already given up on the situation. I mean, you're giving already solutions or what could happen. And a week ago, you would never even think like this. You would have bet the whole 400 that he'd never go anywhere. And now,
if memory serves correctly, I offered $1,000 bet.
100%. I mean, that's how sure you were he wasn't gone.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of like preparing for life without Debo. But is there a way that San Francisco can actually salvage this and not let it happen?
Well, you know what? As much as I say there's a lot of time to figure this out, the next week before the draft, this is when teams could actually make the potential proposal that would give San Francisco pause to think about it and maybe even consider moving it. Because they would need to have that first-round pick in this year's draft to potentially snag his replacement. Like everyone knows that this wide receiver draft is super deep. And by the end of the first round, when a team like Green Bay or Kansas City or New Orleans could jump into the mix and provide a first-round pick that would represent a replacement, and make no mistake, there are a few guys that are cut from the same cloth as Debo in this draft. You know what I mean?
100%.
So, again, if you're Lynch and you get offered that pick in the mid to low 20s, plus maybe one or two other pieces, like, and then, you can make the case that the financial savings too, because Debo's going to command 20 plus, right? You've seen what some of these other contracts for wide receivers are going for. On the one hand, it's a small sample size. Like this year that Debo had was his only season with elite production, right? Previous years, he's been injured. But you know what? He's not getting traded, man. He's not getting – fuck it. He's staying in San Francisco. I'm done talking about this negativity. It just hit me. It's just fucking upsetting. You got me going down this rabbit hole. Staying in San Francisco. Yeah. And that's all I'm going to say. We're done. We're done. All of a sudden, your volume's down. I can't hear you. Your volume's down. I can't even hear you. You hit too many buttons, man. Nothing. I actually like the podcast like this. It's like your lips are moving, but there's nothing coming out. So you hit too many buttons, my man. On the off chance that I'm the only voice right now, and we can't hear the caramel-colored fake news guru, I'll leave you with this. There is no fear in San Francisco. Niners Empire is good to go. I believe in our team. I believe in our front office. We're going to make the decisions that need to be made. And we're going to be contending for a Super Bowl again this year. Unlike those fucking Dallas Cowboys, can't sign a free agent to save their life. Or the Green Bay Packers. Shout out to Ricky, not so Big Brown. You think that losing Devontae Adams is going to save your season? I don't think so. And you too, Ryan Weeks. I like you. You're pretty cool. But your Minnesota Vikings suck. You're not going to do nothing this year. Who else can I throw into the bus? Paul Lane. Still haven't met up for that dinner. Green Bay Packers. Fake news. I can't wait for the draft, though. I still can't hear you, so I don't know. You got to turn up the volume, but I'm looking forward to the draft because it's going to be interesting to see who ponies up what and offers Lynch something juicy for Debo. Because if he goes, That's gonna be it's gonna be a spicy meatball. Daryl, are we done? I don't know. It's been 20 minutes. I still can't hear you. Wow. Like this is not gonna complain. Like it's actually nice the fact that I have this whole platform. Like this is my show now. This is the fucking D Sanchez Power Hour.
Here's the thing.
No more fucking
Here's the
Dallas
thing.
Cowboys rhetoric.
Here's the thing. Can you hear me now? I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me now. Here's the thing. I'll go to me. I'll cut to me. Guys, I'm sorry you had to see that. That was one of I don't know what kind of display that was. We saw a man break down just now. To everybody, he mentioned
Still knocked you out of
Alistair.
the playoffs.
To Alistair, to Paula, to the kids in the playground, to everybody that he just went off on.
Don't forget Susie. Don't forget
I
my girl
can't
Susie.
say I know where that came from. I can't actually say that I condone that here at Brothers Talk Ball. Obviously, our podcast partner's going through a lot. I mean, it's been a couple of days for him of just trying to figure out where he stands right now. We spoke privately off the air before we went on the show today. He had mentioned that things like this had never happened in Frisco before. I understood that. I understood where he was coming from with that. And I say we all go through things in life. That's just a part of life.
Just stop
But
power
obviously,
texting me at 3 in the morning. Stop power texting me at 3 in the morning, and then maybe I can do other things with my life.
obviously we have
really a reactionary move because I'm just tired. I'm tired. Because I can't sleep. My phone just keeps on ringing. This guy just keeps on once. I should take a screenshot of the missed calls. Unbelievable.
Guys, here at Brothers Talk Ball, we want you to know if you have a friend in need out there, somebody that you see going through things, don't be afraid to reach out to them. Talk to them. Console them. Let them know that you're there for them. Because if not, these are the things that can happen out there. I mean, sometimes you seldom know what happens with the people in front of you until you talk to them and you reach out to them and you find out how they are. And right now, I'm reaching out to a friend. I'm reaching out to a friend who's obviously going through something. Who's always
shout out to my wife. By the way, this lady rocked the house and bought me one of the best jerseys in my collection. I just got it.
Bobby Probert.
That's not bad, right?
No, it's horrible that it's on your body.
Only a real fucking woman could have the wherewithal.
Bob Probert
Jump into the Google space and the interweb, finds a way of getting her husband this. Like I love this fucking jersey just because. I mean, we're talking about GOAT level shit. Like, say what you want about the fighters today. I know that to my side, there's a big George LaRock apologist. Real big fan of Peter Worrell. Obviously, he kind of looks like Donald Brashear, so I see where his head's at.
Yeah. Wow, he froze. He froze and he's gone. Oh, man, I'm so happy for that, guys. I can't believe that just happened. That was wonderful. And now he's back. I don't know what he did.
Yeah. Can't get rid of me.
I don't know what he did.
One time and he cuts me off. Like, this is
I don't know what he did. Guys, he's going through it. He's going through it right now. Your boy is in some feelings right now.
Trying to give some respect to my wife who bought me like the sickest jersey in town. Anyways, Clara, I love you. Thank you very much. Yeah,
I've never seen this, guys. Your boy is in there. Your boy is feeling that. But I like it
too, man. I gotta calm down. We haven't even hit the draft yet. Unbelievable.
No, I don't think we're here for today. We're here for a friend. Today we're not here for the draft. Today we are
You're not my friend. You've never been my friend. Oh.
And the best part is he's in a bar drinking by himself. You're not my friend. You've never been my friend.
Friends. No friends.
Yo, Depot leaves him. He sits in the bar. Look at the pale ale. He sits double fisting. Your boy is over there double fisting, talking about you were never my friend.
Jesus Christ.
You don't know me. You don't understand me. You never cared about me. Wow. For his sake, listen, I'm going to change my mind about this whole thing. I don't want Debo anymore. If he comes to Dallas, he was meant to be there. I get it. But I don't need like stay in Frisco, man. I don't want to see this. Look at my boy. By the way, it's 4:00 in the afternoon. He's sitting there acting like he's Bob Probert, double fisting in a bar. Somebody's knocking him the fuck out tonight because he's gonna get too drunk.
An hour and 15 minutes before I have to pick up my kid from daycare. Easy.
Did you just say you're drinking in a bar, double fisting by yourself, and you have to pick up your son from daycare?
That's how we do it.
This is not good parenting, people.
My son's name is Otis Walker.
Okay, this is true.
Prepared from day one. He came out with a parole officer.
Wow.
What? You refer to him.
But he is. He's one of the best.
Scagnetti, one of the best in the biz.
He
Daryl's
definitely is.
friend.
He definitely is one of us. But here's the thing, B. Let's be honest. Let's be real honest if we can, okay? Through the beer. How upset are you going to be if Debo's gone? Take your time.
I don't want to use the term fireable offense, but if they don't do everything that they can do to make it happen, here's the thing. Our team is okay. Let's get back to seriousness here. Our team's close. We're actually on the verge of being a Super Bowl contender. But Debo's a huge part of that. So when you have one of your fundamental, I put him on that short list, with Bosa and Kittle. I mean, these are untradeable players. These are the guys that you need to have if you're going to give yourself a shot. Say what you want. You need elite players to win Super Bowl. This is just how it goes. You know what I mean? And Debo is a guy that does things on the football field that you can't replace. So, if it goes sideways and they got to trade him, yeah, I'm going to be choked. But, again, I think that there's going to be a way for them, unless someone blows their socks off with an offer, I think there's a way for them to repair the relationship. You know one thing I fucking got to talk about? Debo's brother needs to get off social media and start talking about Debo like he is Debo.
Ooh,
it bothers me that he's saying yo, we are out of San Francisco. We're gonna be somewhere else.
Can I please say something? When Dak got injured, and his brother was backing him up, a lot of bad. Wow. How the tables have turned.
These are apples and oranges. Dak Prescott shouldn't be in the NFL. He should be a fucking Hamilton Tiger cat. So, sorry, I had to. It's part of the show. It's been 27 minutes. I didn't say one thing negative about Dak. So there it is. Okay, maybe he's just a Saskatchewan referee.
But he's just okay. But listen,
maybe he's good enough to be a fucking.
Listen, it's his brother. His brother's gonna need to have an opinion. That's just how it is. That's how family works.
No, it just annoys me that every third tweet that comes out is from his brother talking about Debo like he has a real fucking role in what Debo does and doesn't do. Let Debo fucking do it. You know what I mean? If he wants to say shit, let him say shit. Why do you got to be a fucking This reminds me of Patrick Mahomes and his fucking shitty brother. Why we spend so much time talking about his tick-tocking ass than one of the best quarterbacks in the league? And his wife, or his girlfriend, that weirdo with the crazy eyes.
I heard his dog barks a lot too.
What's that?
I heard his dog barks a lot as well. Why don't we talk about his ancestors? Why don't we talk about you were on one today, B? I've never seen anger come from you like this. You're talking about your boy's family.
And I haven't even done any drugs. Fuck. Unbelievable.
Let's keep it to Debo, B. Let's keep it to the San Francisco 49ers.
I just
and how inept your front office is. Are you not going to say you have a problem with your front office if this goes sour? If this goes south? I mean, somebody's got to go.
Fireable
He's got to
offense.
go.
Fireable offense. Okay, let's make, in the spirit of the day, I think it's time to make a little wager. With everything that we know, does Debo Samuel play somewhere else next year other than San Francisco?
No.
No?
No. I want to make noise about this, and I'm entertained by it, but it's all posturing. He's not going anywhere.
Do you say no?
No. I think the new trend you're talking about – listen, let's go into what we were talking about.
We're still at 440, right? And there's still that 20 pending on the Jimmy Garoppolo thing.
Wait, yeah.
Let's do $20.
Right.
I'll say Debo does not play for the 49ers. And you say, yeah, he does.
I say he does. I think I know your team. I think I know your team.
$20, even money.
Yeah, even money. I think I know your team better than you do.
I just
And
think
here's
it'd be
the thing.
funny that you would have to pay me $20 if my team traded away one of our best players. That feels good to me in a way. Like,
But here's my thing. I think the new thing in the NFL now, and the new posturing in the NFL now, is players in the last year of their contract before they sign their second contract are all doing this right now. So it's pay me now, not later. Secure me this year, not next year. I don't know what can happen in the final year of my contract. AJ Brown's doing it now with the Titans. I think
how
it's
can
a
you blame
trend,
some of these guys? They see some of the contracts they're getting thrown around. They
but
want
that's
their
just it. That's just it. And they want to get guaranteed while they can get guaranteed. And I think the thing that's happening in the league right now is the league is going to give into this garbage or they're not going to give into this garbage. But anyway, either way, I think the players are starting to try and get some semblance of power with the money they're making. And I think the
But
league has
again,
to take a serious look at that.
these are the exceptions, not the rule. There's only a handful of Stephon Diggs, Debo Samuels, and these other guys that are getting getting paid these huge contracts. The majority of guys don't make this kind of money. So again, like we talked about this off the air, they're not going to rewrite the collective bargaining agreement just because a few guys are holding out and they don't want to play in the final years of the contract. Like the system is the way that it is. There's going to be little minor tweaks every year, the way there always are. The competition committee gets together for a reason. But for all intents and purposes, what's happening right now is what's going to continue to happen going forward. So this is just the climate that we live in, and for whatever reason, this is a good year to be a wideout. You know what I mean? Like this is just it's cyclical too, man. Like quarterbacks always get paid, and then maybe next year there's going to be a run on defensive linemen, and who knows? Maybe a couple of these young running backs make it so that in a few years, running backs are getting paid big money again. Right
But
now,
is it a trend? Is it a trend that's going to start in the NFL right now? Because I'm thinking it
I wouldn't
is.
call it a trend because if you look back in the last 15 years, again, I use the word cyclical. Like it's like, what's the big ticket item at any given time? Right now, it happens to be wideouts. And so I don't necessarily. I mean, if you're AJ Brown or Debo Samuel or Terry McLaurin in Washington, and you're seeing these guys get these massive contracts with huge guaranteed money, and you have 1 year left on your rookie contract. It's not necessarily even these guys saying it. It's their agents. Their agents are going, hey, your market value is like, I think, what did they throw? Debo was the 34th highest paid wideout last year, or based on right now. 34th. I mean, if you're just going to fucking call a spade, he deserves a raise, right? So I think and again, the agents are behind it, but it's just the nature of the business. So I don't blame Debo for doing what he's doing. And again, what I said before, like the fact that he made it clear to his team before it even went public, he didn't want to be utilized in the same way that he was last year. And his team basically just said, this is how you're going to be used.
Which brings me to you, and you coined the term wideback, and now it's the most hated term in San Francisco.
What? Say what again? What term?
You created the term wideback.
I created the term what?
Wideback.
Wideback's a great term.
But now it's the most hated term in Frisco.
It's the most hated term in Leavitt by you.
That's true.
Everyone, yeah, you hate it because you're jealous that you didn't come up with it first of all.
Whatever.
Second of all, no one has a problem with that in San Francisco because he's not a wideout and he's not a running back. He's a wide back. Like he is.
No, he's not. No, he's not. And he's telling his team that if you call me that and you play me as such, I'm not messing with you. Like we're not doing this. This is not happening. And Frisco wants to stick to their game plan of like utilize him. And he's like, no, you're not going to shorten my career because you guys don't want to get another wide receiver or running like. And I think he's right. And I told you that last year. Like,
but here's the thing. I agree with you. He is right to a point. But here's that fucking the other side to that coin. The only reason he has the leverage that he has to negotiate this big extension is because of the way San Francisco utilized them. All those yards that he got last year, all those touchdowns, all those highlights came from a system where he was used in an innovative way.
So you think without being a wide back, he's not going to be effective as a wide receiver? I think that's crazy.
What's that?
You think, or is your thought process that if you use him like this, then that's the player that he is. But if you just use him as a wide receiver, then
No,
he's
no,
not.
no. Again, this is where an OC and a front office earns their money. They have to figure out a way of deploying Deebo Samuel in a way that gets the most out of him while also keeping him happy and making sure he feels like he has the chance at a long, prosperous career. Clearly, the way that he was being used last year, it was too much. Like you can't fucking give a guy that many touches from the backfield, that many targets as a wide receiver, and expect him, a guy who has a checkered injury past to begin with, to stay healthy for and then you add another game to the schedule, plus playoffs. Like what he's saying makes perfect sense, but what I'm saying, playing devil's advocate, the reason that he has the ability to negotiate, pardon me, in the way that he is because he was used that way. So to turn around and say, I don't want to be used that way, but now you got to pay me according to my statistics, it almost doesn't make sense. So that's the difficulty that San Francisco has. They have to be able to, they don't want to offend him by lowballing an offer, but they also, the dude needs to get paid, man. The guy's one of the best players in football. So it's a very unique situation. Like I challenge you to provide any kind of a comparable. Like this is very unique what's happening right now. There's no other player that's done what Deebo has done and then been in this position in terms of the contract negotiation. So it's going to be interesting to see. But again, at the end of the day, San Francisco has all the leverage. They have him under contract. They know that if he holds out, he turns from a UFA to a restricted free agent, and they control his rights. And in the back pocket, they have the franchise tag. So he can say all he wants. He can demand a trade, but I mean, again, that's why it's going to be what I want to see is them. Let's come together, man. Like, let's look at the grit. Let's look at the bigger picture. Don't fucking smile.
My Lord.
Don't fucking smile. Yeah. You know what?
By the way, everybody, I forgot to mention, welcome to YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Smash the like, hit the bell. Make sure you're subscribing. Get this every week.
By the way,
impromptu.
I figured it out. I'm going to be at the Milltown Bar, one of the best fucking establishments in the Lower Mainland for the draft. So I'll be there on draft night.
Perfect.
I got the dusty old laptop ready to go.
I'm going to be at another bar too to be named. We're working that out now.
No Levitt?
No Levitt. It's not a sports bar.
Oh, did they fire you? You're no longer there.
It's not a sports bar.
It's not even a bar. It's Applebee's East.
I do not get this, gentleman. I do not understand.
They have a bacon cheddar burger that will knock your socks off.
Guys, this was an impromptu show. It was sort of an intervention. It was to help a friend in need that's going through a bit of a crisis with this team. This year, Brothers Talk Ball is going to be focused on mental illness and helping each other, making sure we can talk when we need to get that out.
Yeah, remember this guy's words by week 4 when he's so depressed about his fucking Cowboys that I'm going to have to walk him through the show.
My Dallas Cowboys, never. I don't see where ever. That would never be an issue, ever. I thank you. Thank you.
All right. I think it's time to go to the bathroom. I've had enough of you in your face.
It's been a good one, sir. And listen. I want you to know, Blade, Alistair, Ryan, Paula, we all care, my friend. We all care about you. And we want you to be okay.
Send that EMT, then I'll know that you care about me.
Okay, over. Ooh, wow, that was it. Guys, I wanted to bring you the show just to show you what was going on with my boy. Obviously, my man's going through a bit. Wow. But just so you know, we go through things in life, and we're always here for each other. So Brothers Talk Ball is always here for you. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, hit the like button, hit the bell button. You'll get live updates and notifications. And thank you for joining us. We'll be here on the weekend to get you ready for the draft, which coming up next week. All right. So let's make it happen. Be there for your friends. And listen, Jeff Kavanaugh, one of my favorite YouTubers out there, and bloggers out there, used to work for the Dallas Cowboys, says something that makes sense, and I love what he says, which is always be nice to everybody because you never know what somebody's going through. This is your boy certified fantasy football and all sports guru. This is Brother Stock Ball Live. Have a good one, y'all.